Hi everyone, this is Paula Bull and I'm welcoming you to week 2. I wanted to go over the module and the things that you will need to do and think about this week. So I went to my homepage on this just to refresh, and I'm sure you're all doing well. And then I clicked on modules, and then I clicked on module 2. So this week, you are going to be looking at epidemiology. And I think that this is really important. I know I told you not to pick COVID as the health problem because I didn't want everyone picking the same topic. But now we can go ahead and think about COVID and think about how this relates to what we're going through right now. So this is a very short video. You click on it and go here and just go ahead and click play, and it will talk to you about herd immunity. And I think that's a lot of what we're talking about with COVID. I know that Sweden didn't do anything with their people as far as social distancing, mask wearing, that kind of thing, thinking that they would get to herd immunity. They did not, by the way. Your reading is chapter 2 of the book, and then you go to this Population Introduction Institutes of Health. Population health, and this is another short video for you to review. You just click on this and it'll go for you, and you can go back to, you can hit the back button, or you could even just go to modules and go to module 2. So part of the problem when you hit the back button, it just takes you straight to modules. So this upstream thinking video is really very important, and I think that you'll enjoy it. It gives you the idea of prevention. So, and then we have an epidemiology PowerPoint. If you read through that, it explains and enhances what you're reading in the book. And then last, we have this Robert Wood Johnson article on the nurse's role in health. I had removed this because it was 5 years old, not remembering that the discussion question referenced it. You could really only read the first pages of it. It's quite long and you don't have to read everything of it. And then this again is the readings that remind you of the fact that you are reading chapter 2. I put that in there twice. I apologize. I'm human. But here's your overview. Discussion board number 2 is your assignment. View the upstream thinking video. Read chapter 2. Continue working on that practicum site location. I cannot stress enough to you how this needs to be done, because you're going to have this done by week 5. That's 3 more weeks. So please start emailing me with, do we have a contract with this agency or that? We do not publish our agency contracts. We used to, but then some of the contracts would expire or some of the agencies would back out, and it was a continual problem to provide an updated list. So I don't have access to it. I have to ask Dr. Renegarby. So just let me know and I'll find out if we have contracts. And then the PowerPoint and epidemiology. And then you're going to determine a community for your Windshield survey, and I want you to start looking at the rubric. So let's go back here to module 2, and we will come down here and we will look at the assignments. The assignment is discussion 2. It will take you to the discussion, and we want to look at the primary, secondary, and tertiary prevention. These are very important in public health and very pertinent to what we're going through right now. And then explain how the concept of population health relates to your area of practice. What is your role, and how is the role of nursing evolving based on that Robert Wood Johnson article outlining the nurse's role in promoting a culture of health? Part of our problem as a society is we are reactive. We treat disease. All of you that work in the hospital are not doing primary and secondary prevention. You're doing tertiary prevention. And you'll find out what those mean as you read this. But as a society, we need to focus more on primary and secondary prevention. So back to module 2. I want you also in the assignments to look at the Windshield survey form. You need to start thinking about a community that you're going to do your windshield survey. And as you get into that module, you'll learn more and more. But a windshield survey, if you're assessing a community, one of the first ways to do it is to drive through. So you may choose Alton, East Alton, Wood River, Godfrey, a town in Kentucky, wherever you can choose where you live and work, but you're going to take a look at the community and see what you see. And you'll click on this and open it. And this will give you hopefully an idea. Nope, that was the wrong thing when I clicked on it. Let me try this again. Here we go. So you're going to look at factors. We're going to be looking basically at the behaviors that impact health. So, and you know that the determinants of health go beyond age and genetics and look at behaviors. They look at the physical environment, the social and economic factors, and available resources and access. And that will be your focus. So this is a guide to trigger you to think about what is available in your community and what the problems are. And so complete this, and we're not looking for yes or no answers. We're looking for what information you gave. So who is on the street? Are the individuals workforce aged or school aged during the day? Are you seeing groups, families? Elaborate. So what you want to do here is say, on the street, we're mostly people of working age who are hanging around in corners and not working and smoking, etc. I saw pregnant women walking their children. I saw a lot of families out on bikes or exercise. And how are they dressed? And that is a determinant of socioeconomic. If it's hot, were they overdressed? What did they have enough coats on if it was cold? What are they doing? Do you see related health behaviors? Are they smoking? Are they gambling? Are they out exercising? Are they hanging around and there's nothing to do and they're at loose ends? You know, are they causing trouble? Is there a mix of races and ethnicities? What is the mix? Is your neighborhood 50% Caucasian, 20% Latino, 30% African American? See, put down what you said. And we'll be looking at data to see how this matches at a later time. But describe how the groups or subgroups are residentially located. So what is the neighborhood configuration? So as you drive through, are these very polished lawns with upscale houses? Do they have a lot of green space? Are there a lot of parks? Or are there a lot of high rises where people are packed in? Neighbor to neighbor, are the houses run down? Those tell you about the socioeconomics of a neighborhood. And say what you see. And you can fill in more than this blank. And so what is the socioeconomics of the people? And explain why you think that. You think it's upper middle class, lower class, a combination. I know Alton has a lot of both. We have Fairmont, which is a very high-end kind of private area, and we also have public housing, which people are crowded in. It's not well kept up, and we have neighborhoods where houses are run down and they're very close to each other and people cannot afford to keep them up. And then we have middle class neighborhoods where the houses are well cared for, the yards are nice, there's sidewalks on the street and street lighting. So look at all of that. Is there evidence of drug abuse, violence, gangs, homelessness, hunger? How many homeless people do you see in your windshield survey? How much drug you see? A lot of people maybe using. Some people use out in the open. Sometimes it's not quite as evident. Is there evidence of violence? Are there broken windows, places that have been graffitied? Has there been a fire in some place lately? And with the current things that are going on, we see that in many of our communities. What animals and pets do you see? Are they well cared for? Are there a lot of stray dogs running around loose down the street? Or are pets confined in the yards? Are people walking the pets? Do the individuals appear to be safe as they perform their daily activities? Elaborate, and any other observations. So, and then I will go into the rest of this in a subsequent module, but I want you to start thinking about this. And we always suggest driving through your community twice. The activity in a community is very different at 10 a.m. in the morning than it is at 5 or 6 o'clock at night. I want you to be safe when you drive around, but get a good idea of your community, because this will be important in getting this assessment completed. As always, please email me or text me. I'm available here to help you, and I hope you have a good week too. Thank you.